name is Bob Toth. I'm a candidate for Allentown City Council on the November 8th, 2011 election. My family's been here for generations. I've lived here all my life. I remember as a little boy going to Hess's Patio Restaurant or seeing Pip the Mouse, attending the Allentown Fair, or attending Mayfair on Memorial Day weekend. And I've definitely been blessed with a good traditional Allentown upbringing. My father is descendants from the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, which they came over to America in the 20th century. My mother's family has been here since prior to the Revolutionary War. They've had a long line of public service for the Allentown community. It started with my great uncle, Henry Messinger, who served in the Marines during World War II and came back and served as a science teacher for Allentown High School. He then retired and served 3 terms in the PA Senate, serving as Majority Leader for 16 months. My grandfather, Jim Messinger, worked in the Allentown Water Department from 1968 to 1990. And my father, Bob Toth Sr., he worked for the City of Allentown for over 35 years, mostly in the Office of Traffic Planning and Control. When I was at William Allen High School, I served in the William Allen JROTC and in the William Allen High School Band. While I was a senior, I was the executive officer for the Navy Junior ROTC unit at Allen High School. My family has had over 70 years of public service to my community, and my call to public service was a little bit different from theirs. After September 11th, I had decided to enlist in the Marine Corps. I was 17 years old. I had left for boot camp shortly after my 18th birthday, and I embarked on a journey to serve 4 years as an enlisted Marine. Shortly after I graduated from boot camp and infantry school, I was sent to my unit, 3rd Battalion, 6th Marines, where we did our initial training in 29 Palms, California, and then we were deployed to Afghanistan immediately. After my deployment to Afghanistan, returned home, and I ended up doing 2 more deployments, both to Iraq. In my Iraq deployments, my first Iraq deployment, I took part in Operation Iron Fist and Operation Steel Curtain, which essentially enabled the Afghan security to push through the town of Useba and wipe out the insurgents, bring back peace and prosperity to that local area. And after we were able to do that, we were able to do some more humanitarian missions, such as turning on water so that the town had running water, turn on the power, and help provide food for the people that needed it. While I was in Afghanistan, my unit provided security for the 2004 Afghan presidential elections. It was a very emotional and a wonderful experience. For the first time, people that lived in a dictatorship their whole life were able to take part in a democratic republic. And that's something I'll never forget as long as I live. After the Marine Corps, I attended 4 years at Kutztown University, where I graduated in May 2011 with a bachelor's degree in history and political science. While I was student at Kutztown University, I had the fortunate opportunity of representing the Kutztown University students on the Kutztown Borough Council for 2 years. Sometimes the elected officials for the local government or for any type of government, they need to be a delegate and they need to be a trustee. They need to sometimes listen to what the people say or sometimes override what the people say and do what's best, what they think is for the citizens of the city. I learned, when to wear each hat and how you can best represent your constituents by doing so. I found that the citizens in Allentown, as I've knocked on about 2,500 doors so far, they're frustrated, they're angry. The local government's not delivering to them what they thought the local government would or the local government should. The government's there to work for the people, not the people work for the government. The citizens are also angry with the lack of progress that we've had in the local government for 10 years. We need to turn around, stop 10 years of decline, and put Allentown back on a better track, on a better path, a path that will be more representative to the citizens in the city of Allentown. I've learned, being a property owner myself, it doesn't matter if it's a household budget, if it's a small business budget, or if it's a municipal budget. You definitely cannot continue to spend more than you take in, and you can't have the taxpayers be this bottomless well of money that continue to bail you out when you cannot balance a budget. I've seen the talk a lot about money, and therefore I think fiscal responsibility and accountability is the #1 issue concerning the city council race. Addressing that issue, we need to take a look at the home rule charter. We need to amend the budget process to allow some better checks and balances. Right now, council has very limited power in concerning the budget process, and we need to bring council as more of a check under the mayor and be a representative for the citizens of Allentown. If I'm sworn in as an Allentown City Council person, I will always do my best to uphold the home rule charter, to vote which is the best interest for the citizens of our city, and to provide checks and balances, legislate, provide oversight on the other branches of the Allentown government.